What's going on, guys? ImNotMagic here, and I'm showing you guys probably the best pro mod gameplay I posted on my channel, which, you know, isn't saying much because I'm not very good at pro mod still, and, you know, the stuff I post on my channel, not that, like, I try to take the most entertaining stuff and post it on my channel, but compared to some dudes that play pro mod, there's some real skill out there, which is pretty acceptable because this game's been out for many of years. But I get like a 1v4 clutch and no scope hit marker right there. That was fucking terrible. But I get like I think it's this round actually that I get like a 1v4 clutch, and then I have some pretty nice shots throughout the game, this game goes on for like 13 minutes, so I'm just gonna kind of talk and edit it and see where I get it, where we end up. So I'm not very articulate right now because I just worked out, ran a little bit, did some legs, and I'm pretty winded. My sleep schedule has not been very good lately, so I'm a little deprived of sleep, and I'm kind of just grinding through the days. I need a nice weekend to just kind of recoup. But I want to make a video for you guys because it's actually something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. And it kind of ties in because this kind of came at a perfect time. So I got this message, and it kind of asked me something that I've been wanting to talk about. So I'm going to read the message, and I'll try to put it onto the screen because sometimes when you try to put a message onto a screen, because this is a relatively long one, sometimes the text becomes hard to read. So I don't know, if you can't read it, maybe put it in 720p or something like that. But basically, here's how the message goes. The subject was your view on this, and it's a girl, by the way, that wrote me this. So she basically starts off by saying, "Hey Magic, so I know in your rejection video, everyone messages you about relationships and you don't know the answer. Well, I'm not really here for advice, and this may be a little different, I'm guessing. I just want a guy's point on this since I'm a girl, and you might be able to help me. This guy and I have met at the beginning of the year. He's a grade higher than me, and we've been talking like this whole semester. Well, one day we were sitting in class, and he held my hand, blah blah. We confessed that we liked each other. Well, this thing has been going on for like 2 weeks now, and he hasn't really given me any signs that he'll ask me out. Basically, my question is, what do you think is going on? Like, your point of view. Would you be holding back?" And then she says, "Thanks a bunch." She says, "Thanks a bunch from Lauren." I think that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if I said that wrong. And so I have two things that tie into this. The first thing it reminds me of, and I've actually made a video about this girl before, which I think has actually been taken down because it was Battlefield gameplay and I had to take my Battlefield stuff down, which sucks. But basically there was this girl, and we were actually talking about her not too long ago. I think it was the other day. It was this girl who basically wanted a fairy tale relationship. And the reason I say that is because, and I'm friends with her on Facebook, and you see her post like those stupid cartoon shit like about relationships, stuff like that. She literally wanted to be like a princess that won some handsome prince with like long blonde locks to come save her from the fire-breathing dragon in the castle or something like that. Like that's what she wanted, her relationship. She just wanted like a perfect relationship, which I'm not saying is impossible to find. I'm just saying that it's very difficult to get your exact perfect relationship. Now I'm not saying it's impossible. Some people are the lucky ones and they get the perfect girl, like the perfect down to the dot. But what this girl was asking for was kind of a lot, because the reason it's a fairy tale relationship is because it's in a fucking fairy tale. But I digress. So basically we were talking about this, and this girl was just drama central. She would be crying every day because the boyfriend she had didn't meet her standards, I guess. And it was kind of one of those, and the guy and the girl kind of weren't technically dating. Like, it was one of those relationships where the guy kind of was like, yeah, we're gonna have a thing, but I'm not really gonna ask you out. And so that's my first example, is that this might be one of those where it's the guy kind of just wants a thing, he doesn't really want to ask you out. Now the second one, I'm gonna use myself for the second example. My last relationship that I was in, probably like a year ago, dude. It's been fucking forever. Which just goes, like, people think that I'm like this chick magnet. It's not like that at all. So just throwing that out there for like the 80th time on my channel. But I had this thing with the girl who, you know, we were talking for quite a while, you know, and we went on these what I consider to be dates, but I guess they weren't really a date. Like, one day we would just be like, hey, you want to go hang out? And we just hang out. And, you know, we would do boyfriend and girlfriend stuff. You know, we were like kissing, hugging, some other stuff. You know, we were doing that. It was basically a relationship. And I noticed that on her Facebook. Yeah, this is fucking Facebook, dude. But I noticed on her Facebook that said that she was still single, and it kind of made me question, like, do I need to ask this girl out? I mean, we've been technically dating, you know, we're basically boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, is it really necessary for me to actually go through the motions of asking her out? I mean, I haven't technically asked her on a date or anything like that. We basically have just made plans to hang out and, you know, we've been very comfortable around each other. And at this point, I wasn't really sure if it was a date or not. You know, I wasn't really sure if we were actually boyfriend and girlfriend. Because for me, it kind of felt like that. And then finally one day I kind of asked her, I'm just like, are we going out? Like what's happening here? And she was just like, well, I don't know. You haven't really asked me out. And I was just like, but I mean, we've been on dates. And she's like, well, not really. So I think the thing is that for a girl and a guy, dates are two different things. I think a girl wants to be asked out, and the guys kind of just assume that it's just naturally gonna happen. I don't know, that's my take on it. So eventually I just asked her out. It was kind of a casual thing. And this chick, get this. So I asked her out, and she's like, so what are we gonna do for our first date? And I'm just like, we've been having a thing for like 3 months, and you're just now talking about first date? Like, she wanted like some super romantic restaurant, and I'm just like, I can't waste all of my thousands and millions of YouTube money on you. You know, I can't waste that on a date, man. That's for my pro mod skills that I have to buy these computers and stuff. You guys feel me? But I don't know. So eventually we went on a date and stuff, and it was all good. So I think my main thing, the main thing I'm trying to get across is that usually a guy and a girl have two different ideas of what a relationship is. And so to answer this message, to answer this question, I would say to kind of bring it up. Don't force them into it, because I really hate girls, and I'm gonna get into this in another commentary. I've been meaning to make a video about this too. But I hate girls who think that there's something more there and they try to force it. Okay, so I would casually bring up, you know, just kind of show signs that you're interested in being a girlfriend to him and see what his reaction is, stuff like that. You know, play it out. I always feel skeptical about getting relationship advice, because, you know, it's kind of something where you have to know the person in real life, or you have to be in the situation to be able to fully give advice. It's kind of hard to do through a YouTube video given to me by a YouTube message. But hopefully I answered that clear enough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Alright, later.